Hello, this is video 4 for Math0302 beginning Algebra Chapter 6 Section 5. I'm going to start with example F here. We want to factor 36y cubed minus 25y. Again, before we do anything, we need to check for common factors. In this case, there is one. Well, a variable at least. Y cubed and y. Well, the common factor here is y, so what I need to do before I do anything else is factor that y out. What I get whenever I factor out the y, we actually do the division. So 36y cubed divided by y gives me 36y squared. And negative 25y divided by y is negative 25. Okay, let's look at the first term here, 36y squared. It's a perfect square because 6 squared gives you 36 and y squared gives you y squared. 25 is a perfect square because 5 squared gives you 25. With the minus sign in between, that means that this is a difference of two squares, which means it can be factored. Now, I don't drop this y. It goes along for the ride. Okay, it just keeps staying there. Square root of 36 is 6. Square root of y squared is y. And the square root of 25 is 5. With minus sign means that one's plus, one's minus. Y, 6y plus 5, 6y minus 5. Because I can't factor any of those, we are now done. Okay, let's look at G here. X cubed minus 25x. The same thing is happening as happened in the previous problem. We have an x in common, so that means that this is x times x cubed divided by x is x squared, and negative 25x divided by x is negative 25. I can factor again because x squared minus 5 is a difference of two squares. Square root of x squared is x. Square root of 25 is 5. Negative can only be achieved with a plus and a minus. X plus 5, x minus 5. None of those are factorable. That means that this is the factorization of x cubed minus 25x. Be aware that this is a common mistake to just drop this x whenever you're factoring the x squared minus 25, so just make sure that whatever appears here also appears here as well. Okay, let's look at h here. Okay, a cubed plus 16a. Notice there's a common factor. That common factor is a. So whenever I factor it out, a cubed divided by a is a squared. 16a divided by a is 16. Notice, however, this a squared plus 16 cannot be factored any further because it's a sum of two squares. The a squared plus 16 is prime. However, you cannot write prime as your answer because this is in fact a factorization of the original problem. So be aware that just because you get a sum of two squares doesn't mean that your answer will always be prime. It's just that this a squared plus 16 is prime, which means your factorization is a times a squared plus 16. Alrighty, I'm going to go ahead and end it here, and in the next video we're going to talk about the sum and difference of two cubes. Now, that actually sounds difficult to do, but what I want you to remember is that it's actually not nearly as bad as what the formula makes it look like. Okay, the formula looks terrible, but I promise you, if you know how to square something, you can figure out how to take the how to factor a sum or difference of two cubes. Alrighty, I will see you in the next video.